Hi, this is James Jokum, host of Webcomics Reviews and Interviews. Tonight, it's quick and dirty character generation, so sit back, relax, and let the Geek Fest begin. One of the problems that writers will occasionally encounter is that they've noticed they've, slipped the ball as far as character generation goes, and they all of a sudden find themselves needing a quick NPC. They've got the heroes, they've got the villains, they got the henchmen, they got the minions, they've got everybody except for the waitress who's going to give them all the exposition when it gets up the tavern, or the really crazy town guy who's got all the prophecies, or even the quickie messenger to get something from point A to point B. They need a quick NPC to do some heavy lifting for them, and they forgot to do it. Well, that's not a problem. After tonight, you're going to be prepared for that because you're going to know how to do it and do it quickly and neatly. It's really not that hard. First thing you're going to do is reach into that big pile of note cards and grab a couple. And yes, if you're a writer and you don't have a ridiculous number of 3x5 index cards running around, yeah, you seriously should be databating your career because those things are incredibly useful. So make sure you've always got a stack of 3x5s on hand. Anyway, once you get one of those, you're going to basically make some really quick notations on it. You're basically just going to grab some categories. Don't fill anything out just yet. Just write down the categories. You need your name. You're going to need some sort of role, skills, powers, and a general appearance. Each one of these is going to help you in a lot of ways. First off, skip over the name. That should always be taken care of last when you start dealing with these secondary NPCs. And yes, you notice I keep using NPCs for a reason. For gamers, they obviously know that this is non-player characters. What this usually refers to, especially if you're dealing in any kind of games, is that these are characters that, nobody's actually going to play them, it just happens to be characters that serve a very particular function. Usually it's the kings, the queens, the important people that you don't really have player characters deal with. Now, so often they happen to be the itty-bitty people that, in this case, they're going to be doing some really heavy lifting. But like I said, don't worry so much about the name. Go straight to whatever the role is. Make a quick note on whatever that role is, and you're good. It doesn't matter if it's, like I said, exposition dropping a waitress, the town guy who's totally crazy with a couple of prophecies, the cute messenger kid, just something that basically says, hey, this is what this character is doing here, and this is why I need them. Real basic, right? Next, you want skills and powers. You don't have to go a lot into this because, like I said, this is going to be a character that if you're lucky, you're never going to see him again. The only reason you're wasting an index card on him is that way when you start looking at continuity, you've actually got a record that the character actually existed, and it's going to really help your continuity later on. You're going to be able to go, hey, why did I do this? Oh, that's why. Okay, we're cool. Anyway, with skills and powers, it's just something really brief and something that's going to sum up whatever that character can do for you. The exposition dropping waitress, for example, is obviously going to have some, shall we say, customer service skills, is going to have some sort of memory, and is basically going to be hooked into the grapevine. That's her skill and power set. The crazy old guy is probably going to be able to drink a little bit and probably end up crashing. Obviously, he's going to have some information for you, and he's going to be able to do prophecies. Real basic. The messenger kid, real fast, possibly really organized, and he's going to get the job done for you. And he knows exactly where everything is. See how simple that was? All right. Appearance. This is exactly what it sounds like. This is what the character is going to look like. For us of us in comics, this is incredibly important because it's going to help the artist actually do this character up and do them right. Make sure you cover the basic. Height, build, hair color, eye color, skin color, and what the person is dressed in. Basically, if you had to describe this person to a police officer, what would you do? And just go at it from there. It shouldn't take you more than a couple of lines. If it's taking more than a couple of lines, you're putting way too much thought into this character. This character should be taking you no more than a couple of minutes to do. Like I said, it's just basically deciding what the role is. You decide what the powers and skills are, and then you decide what the character looks like. And we're forgetting one little detail, but at this point, you should have pretty much everything you need, and just give the character a name. If you need to go online and grab a quick name generator, so be it. That's fine. If you want to be a little bit more creative, figure out a name that this character would think or a word that describes that person and go into a foreign language and pick up something really cute. And when it comes down to it, that should be all you need. You now have the character's name. You know how the character is going to be addressed by that person and other people. You know what the person's role is. So basically, when this person comes into your story, you know exactly where to put the person. Skills and powers, you know how that person does their job and they do it well. At this point, you don't even have to give the person a hobby skill because they're going to be that insignificant. And of course, you have a general appearance. Not only will it enable you to draw this person, but it will also basically be able to act as some way to basically differentiate this character from others, at least in theory. So just have fun with it. Like I said, it's quick, it's dirty, gets it out of the way, and as soon as you're done, you can put the character's note card in with the pile with everybody else's. That easy. Hope this helped. Have a great night.